Good morning. Welcome to the Carter James Ranch over here at the home place in the sheep pasture. We're going to be showing footage of these guys, but talking about something a little different. Today, October 3rd, was the end of the beginning. So back in March 2022, we got into owning cattle, and we had our first 6 steers delivered, first 6 South Pole steers. Got 3 sets of varying ages, so we could process them at different times. And today we took in the last 2 of those 6. So they ended up turning out really well. Sad part is one of them was our painted face steer, kind of our lead steer. He was one that always would move first, and just really a great steer. I've mentioned in past videos, I always hate taking the animals in, love the life part, hate taking them in to say goodbye. But I think the bigger why is that I can get past that is the fact that you're creating a great product in beef, and it's healthy, and you know how the animals were raised, and God gave us dominion over the animals. And so producing food is a really humbling experience, actually. So that's one thing that kind of has caught me off guard, because you get to know these animals. They all have personalities, and you give them the best life possible, and then they serve their purpose. But so loaded up pretty good. One thing I don't think people realize, and I know I wouldn't have realized it until I really got into agriculture, our cattle are calm, but when they get a little nervous, they're such big animals, they can be dangerous. When we were unloading the painted face steer, he was unsure coming out, and he let off a hellacious kick. And I tell folks whenever we're out in the pasture with the cattle, even walking amongst them, I said, they're calm, but you always got to assume they're going to kick or do something you're not expecting, because they can really inflict a lot of damage. But yeah, out here this morning with the sheep. Honey's snoozing. It's supposed to be 88 degrees today. Oh, there's Coda. He's snoozing too. Going to be 88 degrees today, but we got some cloud cover and expecting some rain tonight, which would be very, very good. Last thing I want to say on the cattle is, so we're going to have a seed stock operation. We'll sell seed stock, heifers, and then we're going to have a meat side of it as well. So we processed, including these 2 today, we processed those first 6 steers. And one thing I'm realizing on the meat business side is what's difficult is getting enough product to stay stocked consistently. Whether you're selling it by the whole animal or the half animal, you got people buying large bundles, or if you're selling it by the cut. Our society is trained on convenience, and we get a lot of that with the supermarkets, being able to just go and pick up a ribeye or pick up a strip steak. And so the key to getting people to buy off the farm is to have product consistently enough. So obviously you got to be processing enough animals and processing them consistently so that you have what folks want. So that comes a little bit with time and scaling up. So next year we're going to have a handful of animals to process, and then the following year is really when we're going to have quite a few. And the reason for that is just we've had a lot of bulls born this year that'll be castrated and going to the meat program. So 2025 we'll have a lot of processing. So need to keep working on getting the advertising out there, getting a customer base so we can sell these animals. So, but I thought, oh, you see this sheep over here? Oh, she was flopping for a minute. I've got them here on this hill, and I've noticed sometimes if they lay down a certain way, they have a hard time getting up. So that's one negative thing about locking them down on the hill here. But the sheep are doing really well. They're welcoming the cooler temperatures. This gal right in front of me here, she's still got a little bit of her heavy coat on, but she looks elegant. Looks like she's wearing a shawl. Mr. Ram's over there. He smells some of these gals. Yeah, she is on the struggle bus. Okay, there she got herself flipped around. Girl, can you get up? Yeah, she got up. Okay, well, I'm going to let the dogs out. Since I had to run those steers in this morning, I'm kind of playing catch up. We had them processed USDA, so they got to be at the butcher by 7:30. So, hi, Indy. Hi, Mac. Good morning. Let these guys out. You may hear Honey get a little perturbed with them, but that's just part of it. Hey, girl. Hey, Mac. Mac, you want to come here? Mac, come. Good boy. Good boy. Learn your name and come in when I call you. That's a good boy. So they've been doing a good job. Still keeping them penned up at night. Bringing them along slow, letting them out during the day. So let's see here. They're going to run over and, Honey's not going to enjoy this. Honey, good. It's okay. Good girl, Honey. Yeah, Honey gets a little grouchy, and there's only certain times that she really enjoys having them around. And when she's trying to sleep, that is not one of them. You okay, baby girl? Honey seems to not love having them around. Probably a lot of energy. I know, girl. I know. I need your help, okay? I need your help to train them. Good girl. Good girl. She's nipped them a few times, just showing boundaries. Hasn't hurt them. That'd be my main concern. I'd be really irritated, but that's why I really try to be out here and watch them quite a bit, especially when we first let them out. But Coda plays with them quite a bit. Although Coda's a little awkward. He's got an awkward personality. Sometimes he doesn't know what to think of them. But they are just... Indy is just a bundle of... Stay down, girl. Indy's a bundle of joy. I think Mac's going to be a great dog. He's a little unsure of himself sometimes, but Indy's real confident. I think she'll be the dominant one. You even watch them when they're eating. One thing with Indy, she may have a little bit of food aggression, which Honey has food aggression with these guys and with the sheep. Doesn't have it with Coda. So just very interesting, the dynamic with them. But they're all doing pretty good. Playful pups. Playful pups. It will be interesting as they get bigger. The sheep have, like I mentioned in the last video, the sheep have kind of stomped out at them. And, but these guys haven't gotten the courage up to chase them at all yet. So we'll see how that goes when they get a little bit bigger. And hey, Honey. One thing I think, if I'm giving these guys a lot of, be good girl. Hey, you be good girl. Indy kind of takes a little submissive. Hey, you're okay. Indy, let her be. Indy takes a submissive approach and really kind of wins her over. But I think that Honey, if I'm giving them a lot of attention or they're up close, I think Honey gets a little jealous. Honey and I have bonded. When I first got her, I had to take her to the vet a few times to get her spayed and get her checked out. So, especially with older dogs, changing homes, I think that can be a little stressful on them. And so Honey and I have kind of bonded. So she's a good dog, really good dog. Had some struggles with her, with overreacting to some of the sheep and the lambs, and caused some injury and a little death with the lamb. So it's not been great. So it's just been a struggle, but something I'm willing to continue to work through and change some of our management practices. So October 3rd, we got literally a month left until we let the rams out, which I'll like doing that so I don't have to keep pushing around the Lamborghini. The dogs will enjoy the cooler weather this morning. Hey, Coda. They get these flies. We haven't had flies for a long time, but they've been having some flies. Hey, big boy. You're such a good boy, Mr. Coda. Oh, here we go. See how Coda, he's just kind of, he puts up with it, not sure. But that's what's going on in the sheep pasture. So overall, though, we're doing well. Last kind of warm day, then we're going to be dropping down to the 70s and 60s. So I think fall is really here now, and I think everyone will welcome. So looking forward to getting the beef back. Love the end product of the grass finished South Pole cattle. They really turn out well. And we just continue to train the pups and move forward. So thanks a lot for watching this video, everybody. Feel free, if you want to follow on our ranching journey, hit subscribe, follow along. Love to hear any of your comments. If you're into sheep, into guard dogs, if you're into grass finished beef, and also any suggestions you guys have, any of you guys out there that run a beef business, really motivated to build a market for buying right off the ranch, knowing where your food comes from, healthy product. One last thing about that, I have a neighbor, sometimes when in our rotational grazing system, we put the animals in parts of the ranch where they don't have access to water. So I actually haul water to them just so I can make them stay where I want to. And he's funny. I think on 3 separate times when he sees me hauling, he says, "Oh, you're gonna hate doing that." And I thought to myself, you know, do I love it? No, I don't love it, but I think my why is stronger than my dislike for doing it, because the fact that I can, one, make them graze part of the ranch that they otherwise wouldn't, and two, the fact that they're constantly getting fresh water. We're putting good inputs into them, which really I think helps with the health of the animal. You know, we haven't had much sickness at all. I mean, very minimal over the last 1.5 years, and I think that's part of moving them around and having them drink. So yeah. But yeah, thanks all for watching, everybody. God bless, and we'll see you on the next video.